We need to have a conversation. Let's just be completely honest here. If you don't like black and white photography, can you be trusted? Can you trust that person that says, "Nah, I don't like black and white"? The answer is no. So I want to share with you guys today a test shoot I did a while back where I just decided to go black and white, but I didn't actually shoot black and white for the whole shoot. It was actually just for one look, the last look. And it was kind of something that I just decided in the moment that I wanted to do because I felt like black and white would communicate the mood so strongly and it would add so much to the makeup, the hair, and just the overall styling. So for this test shoot, we shot 3 looks. The first 2 were in color and they just kind of had a totally different vibe from the last look we shot. The first look was kind of a very more casual type of look, just jeans, white top, and it was more relaxed. It felt like that first look feel. If you know anything about getting out and shooting, you know sometimes that first look is just kind of like a warm up. So the first look was definitely a way to ease into the rest of the shoot, and with the second and third looks we were able to build and kind of just amplify more of what we were doing, especially with the last 2, because the last 2 looks were kind of a play onto each other. So the reason for just going all black and white on the last look, or one of the driving forces, was to juxtapose the color with the second look, with the kind of gold dress that our talent Valentine was wearing. So I felt it was a good kind of creative direction to go in at the moment, and then ended up coming up with a little bit of a story afterwards called Two Sides. Just like a little small fashion story, not like a big editorial or anything, just kind of like a personal project type of feel. And with Two Sides, the juxtapositions, the color versus the black and white, just 2 dresses having 2 totally different moods, I think was something that we could build off of. And I decided to shoot Ilford XP2, and I think this was the first time that I've actually shot XP2. I got a bunch of film from Ilford a couple years ago. I think it was back in 2020, and they sent me a bunch of film, and I haven't had to buy black and white film since then. So it's been quite the journey, using all the black and white film that I've had. But XP2 was a nice fit, shooting 645 on the RZ67 with my 645 back. And I think with shooting with black and white, it allowed me to focus more just on the subject, the location, the light. I really like how black and white can take the distraction of color out of an image, and you kind of focus just more so light and a lot of the textures. I think black and white really shows that in a very specific way. Black and white is just a really cool feeling, and I love shooting color too as well, but anytime that I can mix in black and white, I feel like I always do. But I think this was really the first time where it was super intentional about, okay, this is this specific look, we're only going to shoot black and white, as opposed to we're going to shoot some color and we're going to mix in black and white. So it was a really cool experience to have this. I feel like the black and white just simplified everything, and it provided, again, a nice contrast, a nice juxtaposition to the color, even within the same location and similar type of lighting. I think we're able to really transform what we did. So something as simple as the creative direction to shoot color or black and white, I feel like can add so much. And I think for me in this particular case, it was something that was definitely a value add, a nice thing to experiment with, and something to kind of play with going forward. And things that I think about, I often joke with myself about, oh, I'm just going to shoot black and white for like this month, or I'm just going to do this whole shoot in black and white. And I haven't necessarily done that all the way yet, but I think it's sometime in the future it's coming. But this was one of the shoots that helped kind of plant that seed, and yeah, just build even more faith and confidence within black and white. Not that I never doubted it, but just the fact that, hey, I can actually just do this and still be able to communicate visually in a way that makes sense to me. So just to even add to that tidbit of shooting the stills in black and white, we actually shot the fashion film in black and white too, just that same segment to kind of replicate what we were doing with the stills, so we have that motion element too as well. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the fashion film, do that as well, and you can kind of see everything in motion and see more of that feel of the juxtaposition between color and black and white in this case. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to check out this video. Really appreciate you watching. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. Appreciate all the support as always, and thank you guys so much again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Holla.